Maggie J, and these are my stories.
I am finally free. He breathed a sigh of relief and felt euphoria and joy flow through his body. He had been looking forward to this day for so long. He had thought meticulously about how he should go about it, thinking about every scenario that could thwart his plan or get him into trouble afterwards. He had put so much energy and time into it, but he would be lying if he said he didn't enjoy it too. How often could you take control of your own destiny? And that's exactly what he had done. His plan was perfect, balanced, well thought out, and a masterpiece. Unfortunately, he couldn't tell anyone about it, but that didn't matter. He was finally free, and that was the main thing. He went to the sink and turned on the tap. His heart, which had been through so much in recent years, began to relax as he watched the colored water disappear down the sink. He felt the calm return to him, and it felt like liquid gold flowing through his veins. She had betrayed him so many times that he could no longer count. He had put up with it for far too long, until at some point he couldn't take it anymore. Of course, she had always denied it, told him that there was only him in his life. Ha! My ass. He wasn't stupid. All these acquaintances, these supposed friends, with whom she only met for a coffee, talked about books or something else stupid. They were all just excuses, so that she could roll around in the sheets with them. He had asked her about it so many times, but she had never admitted it. So he had to act, didn't he? He was the victim in the story, not her. Again and again he asked her not to go when they all met. He wanted her with him, or at least he wanted to be there when they meet. It was understandable that he was worried, wasn't it? But it just wasn't getting any better. His heart was getting heavier and heavier. He loved her so much and didn't want to lose her. No, he simply couldn't lose her. The thought was simply unbearable for him. So he had started checking her cell phone to see what she was writing with the others. He wasn't proud of that, of course. But once again, he was the victim here and only wanted to protect himself. She hadn't understood that, of course, because when she caught him reading through her chat histories, she snapped. And it hadn't even been worth it. She didn't write anything suspicious with anyone, but that was probably just another trick to fool him. She probably deleted the chats with her lovers regularly. Yes, that had to be it. She was so cunning. The icing on the cake was that she also pretended that he had crossed a line. You had to imagine that. But he couldn't make her understand how worried he was, that he had only done it out of love. No, she didn't want to hear that. Instead, she kicked him out. The moment he left the apartment with his belongings, his heart was torn apart for good. From then on, he began to make his plan. He smiled again. Then he turned off the tap and carefully began to dry the knife. He would take it with him and then sink it in the river. No one would find it there. His alibi was also rock solid. Oh, it was nice when everything fitted together so well. He looked at Jennifer, who lay huddled on the floor in a puddle of her blood, hers and her cat's. Muffin, he had never liked the creature. What a stupid name that was, and how it had always lain on Jennifer's lap, always when he needed her and longed to be near her. But now the cat would no longer steal the show. He had enjoyed cutting the bastard's throat. The shocked eyes and the pathetic meowing. Wonderful. And then Jennifer's dismayed face when she found her beloved animal dying. It simply couldn't have gone any better. By the time she realized what had just happened, it was already too late for her. He could see that on her face too. The shocked expression, the panic, the pleading that he shouldn't do it. That was what his heart needed to heal again. He had broken hers to heal his. What a beautiful turn of events. Once again, he looked at the love of his life who had bled to death a few minutes ago. Then Mark smiled and left the apartment.
If you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel for a new story every week.